Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got something a little bit different from what we've done in the recent past. It is the 2022 750i. That's the G12 chassis code, which means it's a long wheelbase. And that's all we get here in the United States is long wheelbase 7 Series. 2022 is also the last production year of the current generation 7 Series. So this is the last of the current Gen 7 Series. The 750 is powered by the N63 twin-turbo V8 4.4 liter engine. And this, guys, it puts out 523 horsepower, which is, not bad. And 553 pound-feet of torque, or torques, whichever you prefer. So this 750i is in frozen bluestone metallic. I think it looks pretty good in frozen blue. It sort of gives off sort of a silver bluish tint to it. So that's a semi-individual option. The price is $1,950. I believe frozen bluestone is also available on the current 8 Series. And of course, you could always ask for individual paint if you choose to do so on other series production cars. I think just added were the 2 Series, strangely enough, 2 Series Grand Coupe, as well as the X3 and X4 will be available in individual colors, although the X3, X4 is going to be limited for a bit as they add to the color palette there in Spartanburg. But we've got the M Sport package, the extended shadowline trim, which you saw with the black, grills. I think it's probably the only way I would take a 7 Series is making sure it's black. We got the 20-inch Orbit Gray wheels here. I forget what style they are. I'll put that in the description. You got your black hockey stick. And again, this is a long wheelbase. It is very, very long. So, it's also an X-Drive. Can't recall if it's available with rear-wheel drive. Now the 740 is available in both. But what do you guys think of this frozen bluestone color? We'll take a look at the interior in a moment. But I think it looks really, really good. Of course, maybe you're concerned about upkeep. There are ways around that. But frozen bluestone in the sun looks pretty good. All right, let's take a look on the inside. You get that gigantic roundel at the front. So the interior is in cognac, and it is Napa leather, so it's an upgrade over the Dakota leather. The seats are nice and comfortable. I think my only complaint would be the amount of bolstering on the side, but of course that's going to be personal preference. I prefer something that's going to keep me situated in the seat a little bit better, rather than sliding around slightly. But again, purposes of the car, aren't really sport driving. I also think the seating position, at least for me, seems a little bit high. Again, maybe that's just because I've been in the M cars recently and sitting quite low, but it's not a bad position. So let's take a look at the options on the interior. So some of these old carryovers from the older chassis cars. So I have the switch, so we have the dial here to switch for lights rather than push button. Driver Assistance Professional, which includes the assisted driving mode as well as distance control or active cruise control. We've got iDrive 7. This is full iDrive 7 now. Nice touch with the M Sport, the M logo in the middle there, the instrument panel. So what else do we have on this particular 750? So we got the M Sport package, as I mentioned, which also includes the M Sport exhaust system. Maybe we can do a few revs in a minute. Driver Assistance Pro we talked about. We've also got the exec package, which includes rear sunshades as well as front massaging seats. And the button for that is all the way down here. Alright, so the massaging button for the front seats is all the way up here. You press that button. That will bring up this menu here. We can choose what you want to work on. And there are 3 levels that you can see. The default is 3. And then you got press again 2 and 1, etc. You also control the front passenger seat with this button here. And you can use your seat controls to move the seat up and back if you don't like a passenger. You can roll them into the dashboard, lower them down, who knows, whatever you want to do. So again, iDrive 7, got your driver assistance, safety systems here. We've got, let me go ahead and make these cooler. Car's been sitting out in the sun for a while. We got nice touch controls here, which is a different touch rather than having them inside a menu. Before it used to be sort of the dial switch here. And then you got the LCD controls here. Touch screen for climate controls, heated and cooled seats, so go ahead and turn the cooled seats on the driver's side. But that's about it for the front seats. We can go into the back and we can see how the back feels. Again, it's not the M760 that we had recently on the channel. It doesn't have that rear seat executive lounge package, but the legroom is really, really fantastic. I mean, you can still have plenty of space here to relax in the back as your driver drives you around, or your husband or your wife, whoever, right? Got climate controls in the back here, but it's a pretty nice place to sit. And fairly comfortable rear seats. There is room for 5 plus a seatbelt here in the back. Alright, so you've got 2 sections of the panoramic moonroof. Now, rear passengers can use a button on the side door here and press, and that will open up the rear compartment. Now you can see panoramic LED sky lounge, which again lights up. Again, my apologies for not being here at night. I can't really do that at all, but they do light up, trust me on that one. I'm sure you can find some videos on that. But look, this is a roomy sedan. Again, a V8 powered family sedan with over 500 horsepower. That's really hard to beat once you go for the M850 Grand Coupe. Give you a little more sportiness, but not as much headroom as the 7 Series. Let's go take one more walk around. Maybe we can do a couple of revs here to hear that M Sport exhaust system. But I have to get way back to fit this car into frame. I mean, I really like the looks of this car. It's your last hurrah, maybe even for the V8 powered 7 Series. Who knows what's coming next? It's probably going to be plug-in hybrid. And I know there's plans for an all-electric 7, which I believe will be called the i7. We'll know more very shortly because we only got 1 more year. I believe this one will probably end production in June of 2022, which means we should be seeing a lot more spy photos of the upcoming 7 Series. There's been a few released. Let's go hear some exhaust note, engine revs, etc. All right, so I got it in sport. All right, here we go. I mean, doesn't sound half bad. But obviously no more pops and burbles, but again, think of the sedan here that we're testing out here. It's a 7 Series. It's not going to be too loud. That's it. We'll see you at the next one.